Okay, 42 days of Keto Chow, day 7. Um, I have the day off of my day job today for a doctor's appointment with my son. So I'm here in my office again, but now it's not in the evening, it's in the middle of the day. So, yeah. Anyway, um, t- everything's going good so far still. Um, I did learn something interesting. Well, let's see. A bit TMI here. I had a bit of well, the runs, to put it bluntly, but taking some not diuretics. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think and talk at the same time. Taking some probiotics as taking care of that, just like I thought it would. Incidentally, it turns out one of my sons has the same thing going on, and he's not on Keto Chow, so maybe there's a bug going around the house. I don't know. It just might have coincided with everything, and yeah. All right, TMI over. Um, so I'm today is my last day of doing heavy cream only in my Keto Chow. Starting tomorrow, I'll be doing the grape seed oil that has the polyunsaturated fatty acids. That once again should be really interesting. I don't know if it will cause inflammation. It should, because that's what polyunsaturated fatty acids do. Um, I might now before I started keto. One of the interesting things was that I had plantar fasciitis. So it's a pain in the tendon on the bottom of your foot. So if this was my foot, it's the tendon right here that goes across the ball of your foot, the heel. And I had to wear this funny brace that would keep my foot flexed back all night long to prevent that from causing a problem. And ever since I went on keto, that has not been an issue at all. That completely went away, and everything was just fine. Um, I haven't really had any other joint pain either. I might have that come back when I'm doing the grapeseed oil. I don't know. It should be very interesting. Um, but yeah, so today is my last day of heavy cream. I'm doing vanilla with, I don't remember if it's watermelon Torani syrup or raspberry Torani syrup. I don't remember it all. Because so the Keto Chow 2.0 vanilla I think is actually pretty good. The Keto Chow 1.9 vanilla was kind of meh. To me, it just served as a base for other flavors. Um, and so I would put in a lot of Torani, but I've been doing the vanilla for a couple days now, and so I wanted to mix things up a bit, and I had like 3 bags of vanilla in my cupboard. Here's a fun little thing, especially about vanilla. Every time we get a shipment of Keto Chow, we pull one of the bags out of each lot and test it. And the reason for that is we once got a shipment of vanilla and we started shipping it out because, hey, it was the first one of vanilla we'd ever gotten. So we were super happy. Started shipping it out. The day, I don't know if it was 1 or 2 days after we got it and started shipping it out, I mixed some up. And I don't know what was the problem. It's like it didn't have any thickener in it. So it was just like milk. It was just completely sloshy. If it doesn't have this, I mean, this sounds like, it sounds thick because it is. And that just sounded like water, and it didn't have the right feel to it. And so we went back and forth with the manufacturer, the company that we have doing the mixing and everything for us. And yeah, that was in the end. I don't know if it didn't have the right amount of xanthan gum or what, but we got it fixed. But now we open up every single lot that comes in. And well, first off, we have to expense that because the state that we live in, Utah, they want use tax. It's not sales tax, it's use tax. So the business has to pay use tax on any product that we use that we don't sell. Anyway, so we have to pay use tax on that, so we have to keep track of it. But if there's flavors that I don't use a lot, I tend to end up with a bunch of those with one scoop taken out of it. And so for this particular experiment that I'm doing right now, I'm burning through a lot of those. So I have a lot of bags of vanilla in particular. And so I've been adding the Torani syrup to it, which uses sucralose, Splenda, as the sweetener anyway. So it's the same one that's in Keto Chow. Everything's fine. But if you have a lot of vanilla and you want to spice it up, there's actually a page on Keto Chow. It's actually I think I have it linked on the preparation instructions down at the bottom. It's flavor hacks, different ways you can change around the flavor of Keto Chow if you need to change things around, and that's one of them, is using Torani syrup. Speaking from experience, there are Torani syrups that come in glass bottles on Amazon, and there are some that come in plastic bottles. And the plastic bottles, you can usually get 2 or even 3 of them for the same price as the big glass bottle ones. But it's difficult to tell right off the bat. The plastic bottle ones will have kind of corrugated sides in the pictures. The glass bottle ones will not. I'd recommend getting the plastic ones because they don't break too. One of our family's favorites is the raspberry one. Those come in plastic bottles. You can get them in a 3-pack. At least that's what I've gotten them in, and they're fantastic. If you make keto pancakes, which incidentally, if you haven't ever made those, they're really easy. Strangely enough, I'm talking about this while I'm only eating Keto Chow for 6 weeks, but keto pancakes are super simple. It's an ounce of cream cheese for each egg. So if you have an 8-ounce package of cream cheese, you drop that in a blender along with 8 eggs, large eggs. And if you really want to, you can throw in a little bit of powdered Swerve or some other artificial sweetener. And then I usually throw in a little bit of cinnamon. And if I want to bulk up the pancakes a little bit, I will put in some coconut flour, and that works really well. But yeah, you blend it, and then you just pour it right out of the blender onto the pancake griddle. Use some sugar-free syrup. We usually used to buy that from Nutrition, but lately we've actually been able to find some really good sugar-free syrup at Walmart. And it uses, it's not sucralose, it starts with an S, sorbitol. It uses sorbitol as the sweetener, which is exceptionally low on the glycemic index. Maltitol is essentially almost as bad as sugar. Xylitol is pretty good. Erythritol is awesome, and sorbitol it's like there's nothing there. So yeah, you want to look for a syrup that doesn't use maltitol. And you use a lot of heavy whipping cream because you've got a lot of that because you're making Keto Chow, and you just plaster your pancakes with that and a little bit of syrup. And in this case, I like to use the raspberry Torani sugar-free syrup, which is how we got on this in the first place. Anyway, yeah, so day 7, that's about it. Anyway,